You guys already have a seat. You already stated that she knew you were doing it because she told you to stop doing it.
Sir,
Before we got here.
please, come on, no.
Hi. Hi. Can I get you to hang up the phone for a second?
Okay.
And can I get you to have a seat?
Went into my savings account, went into my checking account, and he went into my credit card.
When hackers hack into things, they just don't put her money into your account.
People who take advantage of innocent citizens think they're above the law. But watch what happens when this group of scammers realize they've been caught. On a visit to Bank of America, senior citizen Donna Welch realized there was over $5,000 missing from several of her bank accounts. When the police arrived, they learned she might know who did it.
What's going on?
I have this kid that comes to my house all the time to help me out with my computer and stuff, and I do not belong to Zelle.
Hey, you don't have a Zelle account?
No,
Okay.
he does.
How did the funds leave your account? Can you just kind of walk me through that? You never gave him your bank information?
He knows a lot about me.
That's his name, Spencer? Spencer Trinkle? How much money did you lose?
So far it's coming out to $5,000.
Do you know where Spencer lives?
No.
How do you know?
He used to be my cable guy.
You don't know anything about him?
Well, I've known him 3-4 years now.
I mean, you gave him your bank account information?
Many older people are not tech savvy, so they rely on other people to help them set up account information, and sometimes this involves sensitive personal information, leaving them vulnerable to scammers. As the woman tells the officer about this, our suspected scammer calls her cell phone.
Answer it.
Answer it?
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, Spencer.
Hello?
Hey, it's the deputy Harrison, Clark County Sheriff's Office. How are you?
Hello? Is Donna there?
Yeah, this is Deputy Harrison. I'm talking to you right now.
You keep breaking up. Hello? Just look at my thing. I know exactly what happened. So I'm like, now I gotta fix it for her.
Okay, where you at? Let's fix it.
I'm in the Montex.
Okay, do you want to come out to Bank of America down here in Palm Coast?
Sure. Can I talk to Donna real quick?
Sure.
Hey.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened?
I see it in there, and now that you show me, I'm like, oh God. So you're right, it's all in my credit account. So now I'm gonna pay you all that back. So
You went into my savings account, my credit card account.
I'm doing
Hey, Spencer. Spencer.
I'm doing a home equity loan, so you're gonna get all that back.
How do you accidentally take thousands of dollars out of someone's bank account? By the look on the banker's face, she's not buying this story either. The police find out the scammer actually works for DCF. That's the Department of Children and Families, which is a government organization. But now he finds himself on the other side of the law.
Hey, what's going on, man? All right, can I talk to you over here real quick? All right, cool.
Hey, I met you before.
Yeah, what's good?
Good to see you.
So, can you tell me a little bit about Donna?
Yeah, so I've known her for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
Basically, she has no family, so I kind of like with her. Sometimes she'll, what does she do? Like you'll find her, she'll be passed out on the floor, hit her head, she's bleeding, she has all these cuts. So I always check up on her. I'll help her pick her up to the floor. I just feel bad because she has no family.
He's painting himself out to be a savior and such a good guy. All lie. How heartless do you have to be to scam a defenseless old lady that has no family?
So, how would the money go from her account to yours, though?
That's why I'm confused. But I see it in there because I didn't look, but now
Can I see?
I see it right on there. See, it shows me in there. So I'm like, what the hell? That's all there. I'm like, I don't know. Like, if I wanted to do that, I'd be doing it this whole time. It'd be great. I'd be rich. Like, I've been helping her this whole time. I don't want to screw her over.
Yeah.
And how much funds were deposited from her to your Zelle?
That's what we're adding up right now. It's like $3,000.
And is that money still in your bank account?
It's not in there at all. It goes through the medical bills and through credit. Whatever it is, it's showing up on mine, so I'm going to have to pay her that.
Okay.
Which is fine. That's what I'll have to do. But like I told her, I'm going to recommend that she changes out her whole network to change all her stuff out.
So he didn't notice he had thousands in extra cash, and now it's just magically gone because he had bills to pay? The police decide to read this punk his Miranda rights, just in case they need to use his testimony in court later.
All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you. What?
That's scary. I'm like that.
Well, this is how we have law works. We
Yeah.
can't ask you questions and stuff
Yeah.
without it. You guys are on the same network. What do you mean by that?
Like, you know when you go into somebody's home, there's a home network, you gotta log into their Wi-Fi?
Like a
That's
Wi-Fi
her Wi-Fi. So like, if I'm at her house, my phone connects to her Wi-Fi automatically. That's what gets me nervous though, like if somebody can get in there.
All right, so you're free to go right now. Like, I'll be in touch with you.
Okay.
But,
That's the most ridiculous story I've ever heard. That's like saying when I walk into Starbucks and I connect to their Wi-Fi, I might get thousands of dollars accidentally transferred from their bank account into mine. Huh? That's absurd. The man seems relieved about being let go, but then the officer tells him he'll have to make an official report, and the reaction from the scammer is very telling.
I probably have to get a search warrant for both yourself, and be honest with you. So,
Search warrant?
yeah, we got to figure out who took your money.
What if we just drop it and I'll bite the bullet and just have to pay her back? We have to do all that.
Bite the bullet? What do you mean?
Like, I'll just take the blame for it and just have to pay her back.
Did you do it?
No, but it's in my account, so obviously.
I mean, just because it's in your account, that doesn't make you a. That doesn't mean you committed a crime. All right.
I know, but it's in my account, so I mean, the money's not there, so I'm getting
That
equity.
doesn't mean you. Did you do it or no?
No, but I
Okay,
feel bad
so-
for her.
We'll do a thorough investigation. All right. And if that means we got to get a search warrant and search your guys' bank records and all your transaction history, we got to do that. All right. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you want to pursue charges or not.
No.
Okay. You probably won't have to. We're not gonna do a search warrant if you don't want to pursue charges.
I got you.
Okay. Here's your statement. Just write
But I
down.
feel like I should.
I'm gonna pay you back, so you don't have to. It's fine.
Well, you're
He's a
evidence
witness. Yeah, he's a witness.
Witness to what?
that he said he'll pay me back.
You know,
I'm not attesting anything.
Yeah.
That's civil. If he pays you back and you don't want to press charges, that's on you.
And what happens if I don't sign this and you don't pay me back?
That-
You know my whole family, man.
Ma'am, if he doesn't pay you back right now and we're not, whatever, then that's a civil matter.
I would never. I have all the time to help you, why would I decide let's screw down and now?
Why would you take responsibility for a crime you didn't commit? It's obvious the woman feels bad about pressing charges because she doesn't want to get the young man in trouble. But when detectives show up, that's when the sympathy stops.
Bank of America has obviously provided Donna with some statements that clearly show a bunch of Zelle transactions that were made to you. And you've never seen this before, you're saying?
The only one I saw was the other day. She brought it to my attention, and I was like, I don't have the money, so I gave her $200 cash. I thought it was only $540, but I'm like, there's obviously a in there now.
I can tell right from the get-go that there's some weird going on.
Yeah,
This-
no,
nobody,
it's been happening for years.
Spencer, this isn't a hacking issue.
Yeah.
This is, it really appears that
No, I know,
you're
I know.
able to get her information and you send yourself money into your account.
Like I
That's
told
what
her,
it
I was like, I'll
It's not about that
Yeah, no,
right now.
it's
Okay?
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about that. Obviously, you have some issues going on with your family members,
Yeah.
with your brother or with your son having medical issues, and maybe you're on the financial hardship, and you saw this opportunity to go into her account and take money out of her account, put it into your account.
No.
Have you ever done that?
No. My
Can you go to your Zelle transactions?
Yeah.
This don't look good, I'm gonna tell you.
No, I know, absolutely.
The suspect is now taking a more timid stance. His face is flushed. This lets me know that he's feeling the pressure from these two intimidating detectives. He tells the detectives that he's currently fundraising for his child's surgery and uses this as a defense for why he wouldn't take the woman's money. But all this does is let the officers know that this scammer has a motive.
Well, you saw it yesterday,
And I paid her for some of it
Right.
back. Yeah.
but all those transactions happened before yesterday.
That's the only one that we saw on her thing. It said Zelle Spencer.
Yeah, but you got money influxed into your account on multiple previous days.
Yeah, that's the one she showed me.
Right, but there's multiple, not just one.
Yeah, I know.
There's multiple. But if you saw it yesterday, you would have had seen all the other ones. Let me ask you this. When we subpoena these records, nothing's ever going to come back to you where your IP addresses are used to transfer her money into your account.
That's what I'm saying. It could be because I'm on her network. So I'm like, I don't know.
So IP addresses are like that device.
Yeah, I'm not sure how, but yeah, I guess so. So I'll take, like I said, I'll pay her back that money.
It's not about paying back. We're talking about a criminal aspect here.
So with the money that you received from Donna's account, you've already paid bills with that
Yeah, medical. Yeah.
for your son.
Yeah.
Did you use the credit card too?
Nothing further.
What is Dave's Incorporated? What there's a transaction for Dave's Incorporated. I'm not 100%. I don't know what that is. She doesn't know what that is.
I'm going to take a guess here and say that Babes Incorporated is not a medical bill. This scammer said he knowingly spent the money, which is close enough to an admission of guilt. Donna apparently still says she doesn't want to press charges, but the question is, was this the only money he took? The next day, Donna calls the police again.
There's more things than I'm finding that he took. I had $176 in my bag, and when I went to the dollar store and I opened my wallet, I had $1 in there. And then he took my Bed Bath & Beyond credit card, and I went to Target yesterday. I got a credit card, but it was missing.
This scammer used the trust he built with this defenseless elderly woman to take money from her bank accounts, credit cards, and even from her purse. It can be really scary when someone from your inner circle betrays you in such a horrible way.
So what would you like to do, Don?
I'm thinking of pressing charges.
Okay.
I feel bad.
You shouldn't. You should not at all feel bad.
I feel really
Someone took
bad.
advantage of you. What's to feel bad about? There's no point in feeling bad for someone who only cares about the money in your bank account.
He already lost his job. I bluntly asked him, why did you do this to me? And he goes, because of Parker. I go, you could have asked me for some money. You didn't have to steal it.
Taking advantage of such vulnerable people definitely shows your bad character. Thankfully, this innocent older woman was able to catch this scammer stealing before he took all of her money and ran. The scammer was charged with felony grand theft and felony identity theft of a person over 60 years old. He was ordered to pay over $10,000 back to the victim in restitution and is now barred from working with the elderly in the future. On the 9th of December 2022, officers in Florida responded to a call about multiple suspects walking into traffic in order to solicit money from drivers. Officers approach a woman carrying a sign that says she's in need of money. Apparently, the money's needed for a funeral for a 20-year-old woman who was killed in a car accident.
So I understand what you're doing, and I'm sorry that you're going through this. However, we cannot have you guys walking in the middle of the roadway. Okay, it's interfering with the flow of traffic. It risks you getting hurt or one of them getting hurt, and someone else getting into a crash, okay? So I understand. I don't know if you have any, did you have any permit? You have to also have a permit to solicit, okay? You what?
I don't have this permit.
You don't have a permit? Okay. So yeah, that's another thing that you have to do. You have to make sure that you're pulling the right permits too, okay?
If you're going to solicit money or need signatures on a petition, then in this locality, you have to ask the city's permission to do so. And you have to tell them where and what time you'll be there. But none of these permits ever allow someone to walk in the middle of the road, as it's extremely unsafe and could cause a fatal accident.
When did this happen? Where?
Friends, Europe.
Where?
Europe, France, friends.
Was that your daughter? Your niece? Was she like vacationing over there? Was she living over there?
Living.
Oh. Do you have someone else over there on that side?
Yeah, but
I don't know where they went. I saw him, but I don't know where he went. Were you guys over here previously on the other side of the parkway?
No.
No?
Take a spring to service.
Tuesday.
Just today?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is this your mom? Okay.
Either these people are really going through a terrible time, or scamming is their family business. Also, listen to the officer's tone when she finds out the person they're raising money for does not live in America. I guess it's not unheard of, but this woman wants hardworking Americans to pay for a girl's funeral in a different country. I don't know. It does seem to raise a red flag.
Do you guys have any ID with you?
No, for my
No? What's your first name?
Dimitri.
What is it?
Dimitri.
Spell it for me. What about your birthday?
Where?
The officer needs to know the woman's name and date of birth in order to look her up in the system. It's possible these people have been in trouble for soliciting before, or they might have other past crimes that have active warrants on. And lo and behold, the cop did find something.
When did you said your niece? What's her name?
Maria.
Maria? Okay. And when did she pass?
3 days ago.
3 days ago? Okay. So in September, did you have another niece named Maria that passed?
Huh? Yes,
You and your 2 sons were on the other side doing the same thing, collecting money for a funeral.
Me?
Yes. Your name and your date of birth that you gave me? Yeah.
3 days ago it's happened.
No.
No, sir.
No. So what funeral were you trying to save money or collect money for in September?
No,
You're lying to me.
No.
I don't like being lied to.
It's one thing to try a different scam after being caught once, but trying the same scam in the same area and not even changing out the sign? That's just plain stupid. And now that the officer knows that their funeral story's fake, she's having none of it.
I don't like it.
Ma'am.
I swear.
And the fact that
So we have videos. Your face is on any video
I
we
recognize you from last time I talked to you and your 2 sons.
In Jackson, we did.
Here,
Here.
on the other side. Yes.
No, I swear
You swear?
No.
You're gonna swear to God? Really?
Well,
That's a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You
should be ashamed of yourself trying to do this in front of your 2 kids.
The officer's right. What kind of an example is this woman setting for her children? She's also putting her kids' life at risk by making them walk into traffic. And also, she's detouring their futures by making them participate in illegal scams.
Stop lying. You're lying to yourself, you're lying to me, and you're lying in front of your kids. This is the kind of mom you want to be for your kids? Lying? Lying to people for money? Really? Let's start over. Why are you collecting money? What do you need help with?
My niece died in accident.
Get out of here. Get out of Palm Coast. Do not let me see you doing this again. Do not let me see you doing this to your kids.
That goes for whoever's down the block still too. The other people down the block. Is anybody else with you?
It's my.
Let me put it this way. Next time I see you out here with your 2 kids, I'm calling DCF.
DCF stands for Department of Children and Families, and they're a government organization responsible for children's safety. If DCF is called in a case like this, sometimes the children will be taken away from the parent and placed in a foster facility until a court can figure out what's going on in the home and if it poses a threat to the child's life.
And what's the city?
Jackson.
Why don't you do this up there? Why do you come here?
I go in Jacksonville here from 10 o'clock from here.
Why are you lying?
I don't lie, I swear. It's my niece. Had only 19 years from April, May 20. It's my niece, I don't lie, I swear.
There's nothing more insulting than someone thinking they can manipulate you. Jeez, come on. The crying face, the sob story about her niece. This just shows the officer that this woman is willing to try anything to get away with her crimes. It also shows the officer that this scammer does not respect the law.
I promise. I come, I don't come. I go home with my children, I don't come.
That's not up to you. That's up to us to decide at this point. Because you and your 2 kids are a reoccurring issue. And I'm not going to sit here and blame them because they're just doing what their mother asked them to do. They're following your example that you're leading for them. So this falls on you as a mother and as an adult. We get to decide what happens from here. This is the 3rd time, 2nd time that I've talked to you, 3rd time that you've been talking that I know of for a fact.
I'm just gonna assume the woman went silent because she realizes she has nothing to say to that. Her lies are catching back up to her, and there's no way for her to cry her way out of this one. The police decide to step up their interrogation to the next level.
Can I see your right hand?
You understand you can go to jail for providing law enforcement a false name, right? This is going to tell me exactly who you are. Well, no, it's going to confirm who you are because we already figured out what your real name is. Do you understand?
Yeah.
With her fingerprints, the police can now learn her real identity and any history of lying to law enforcement she may have. You can also see that when faced with the real consequences of her actions, this woman's attitude changes from a quiet, sweet, crying mother to a sassy Karen.
If you lie, you're going to jail. Understand? Okay. So we can start over. You can actually tell us what your real name is because we already found where you were up in Jacksonville. So you want to start over, or do you want to continue to lie?
Okay, I am Firuele.
Why?
We knew that.
Why lie? Are you in trouble up there?
Where?
In Jacksonville.
Oh,
So why lie now down here? I mean, you have to have a reason to lie. Like,
I have a lot.
you have a lot of what? These? A lot of reasons? Why?
I have fear from police, but I don't know why.
Having a fear of the police is not an excuse to lie to police officers. Honestly, I think what she's really afraid of is getting caught. But instead of worrying about her future and her children's future,
I go smoke, please.
Smoke?
Yeah. I have one cigarette, please. I tell the truth.
Why should I allow you to smoke when you've been lying to us the whole time?
I have so. I eat something not good. I smoke. I want one cigarette. I have. I swear.
As long as you continue to be honest from here on out.
I tell you the truth. I have only one.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
this woman made her 15 and 7-year-old sons stand out in the sun asking strangers for change. I wouldn't be surprised if the money they collect goes towards her smoking habit as well. After swearing to the officers that she's always going to tell the truth from here on out, this scammer slips back into old habits.
Who was the other one that was across the street?
Huh?
You don't know? You're lying to me again.
It's my cousin, but oh,
He already went home? What about down there? Who's the girl that's down there?
no.
I want to get pictures of these too. I'm going to take them.
This woman doesn't seem to have any sense of guilt about what she's done. Her attitude now is one of indifference. Wait a second, what happened to the woman that was so sad about her niece? The officers have had about enough of this woman's routine, and now they need to check to see what else she might be hiding.
What's in the purse? Can you take the purse off? Can you take it off? Put it.
Put the whole thing up.
Yeah. Put it up here. Just put the whole purse up here. So I am taking you to jail for child neglect.
Ouch.
Turn your palms down.
Like this. There you go. I'm taking you to jail for child neglect, for interfering with closed traffic, you solicited it, I just told you that earlier,
Oh, God.
and for providing law enforcement a false name on the team.
When you drag your innocent kids into your scam, harsh punishment is deserved. But this woman doesn't seem that fazed about what's going on. Now the officers want to know the identity of the woman on the poster. Who is she really?
Right now, you're abusing, the nice citizens of our county, and you're especially saying that a 20-year-old died in a car crash. Like, who is that? Who is that girl in the picture?
The picture is my cousin, but go away.
Oh, that's your cousin?
Does she know you're using the picture?
Yeah, she was on the other side of Is that the same cousin that was just over there?
There was one over there and there's one down there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
So how'd you get here? Because you didn't get a bus here.
Meet my cousin, but no.
Where's your cousin staying?
Morgan.
This entitled and greedy scammer has lied about every single thing the officers have asked her about. If she'd just been honest up front, the officers might have just given her a citation. But now she's going to be separated from her children. You might be curious as to how much money scammers like this actually make. We'll find out as the cops do a cash inventory.
I had to search you before I put you in my car. Okay.
My kid. My children. My children.
Talk about that once I'm done. Right here.
Not that Mike. Suning ko arun. Suning ko arun. Like
Face that way.
No. That's not how this works.
No, but my
No, that's not how this works. You do not pull away from me.
Stop.
what?
You're turning and we're telling you to face this way. Okay, you need to stop and listen. We'll talk to them when we're done.
Do not do that again. You understand me? I need you to spread your feet, please. 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 22, 36. $36. Oh, there's a lot more too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18, 19, 20. So $56. This is the same hat she was wearing in Jacksonville. Goodbye. It's for her alligator tears.
The officer now has to do more investigating as to where the money came from. If the woman denies the money is from her scams, then they may not be able to use it in court as solid evidence. Will the woman finally be honest with the police?
The money in your purse, where is that from?
From this.
From this? Okay. What about your sons? Do you know how much they made? Did they have any money?
5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 14, 5, 7, 20, plus the change. 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 55, 6, 7.
In total, this scamming family collected $136.22 in 90 minutes. The scammer mom was charged with child neglect, scheme to defraud, obstruction of public streets, and providing a false name to a law enforcement officer. Thankfully, she was caught in the act, and she can no longer prey on the generous individuals of the county. In January 2022 in Miami, Florida, police officers were approached by an individual that asked if they needed help. The police became suspicious of this man because of his outfit, which resembled a police officer. He was wearing a fully stocked utility belt with a laser, handcuffs, a radio, ASP baton, a badge, and a firearm. The man claimed that he was a security guard, but could not provide any documentation as proof.
So you see when you guys turned on the red and blues, so those are basically the options that I have.
For all the lights for you and stuff.
That I pretty much, that's my car, and I pretty much forgot that I had it like that because it literally has different setups. Like I've done that on a private property, and it has like different options for colors. This is an install I did, and I've also done police vehicles as well. So you know, it's literally something that I have for, like, for example, if I go work on a car like I've done for DV units out of county, out of headquarters, I can sit there and say, well, if you want extra lights, this is what I can offer you. And then the same lights that I use for security, I can demo it to you. And, you know, maybe you can profit from it, or me as a business, you know, future, you know, big business owner, whatever, you know, can probably profit from it too. That's all I wanted to say, because I know what it seems like, but I can promise you it's not that, because I'm done with that.
It seems like he's been in trouble for something similar in the past. If you take a closer look at the man's sweatshirt, you'll see a police solidarity flag, and the car behind him looks exactly like an unmarked cop car. Impersonating a law enforcement officer is a major crime in the state of Florida. It's considered a third-degree felony with up to 5 years in jail, 5 years probation, and over $5,000 in fines.
Anything would have seemed like
I would have said security or anything. It would have been like, okay, yeah, I understand. You know, yeah, you have the different options. Okay.
And that's why I want to wrap it. I want to wrap it for that same reason. Because I know it'll be less of a headache. Because it's not a map that says emergency lighting on the side. I mean,
realistically, you don't need a gauge.
I haven't gotten a chance to that yet, to be honest. I bought the car with it and I haven't gotten a chance to it. The rear partition, I got it because it had actually one to the trunk as well, to divide the backseat from the trunk. I was able to get that one out. But that one I didn't get to.
In the future, I would do anything and everything to make the car not look like any of the This car's on his feet.
It seems like he's continuously trying to reassure the police officer that he's not trying to look like a fellow police officer. But in my opinion, the fact that he approached the cops and wanted to help them shows that he was really pretending to be a cop. But pretty soon, his past behavior gets exposed when the police decide to officially place him in handcuffs.
He said he had a criminal history, that's specifically what it was.
Okay, so you didn't tell them the full truth, did you? No. That you've been arrested before for impersonating police officers?
Kind of mentioned that slightly, but they're not trying to do that yet.
Okay.
I was arrested when I was 16, 17 for impersonating.
Did you tell her you had 13 felonies? Did you tell her you had 13 felonies?
I did state that I had multiple felonies for driving.
The reason why it's important for police to know that this man has multiple felonies is because you're not allowed to be in possession of a firearm if you have a felony record. While the officers may not be able to categorically prove he was impersonating a police officer just yet, they can arrest him immediately for the firearm charge.
I got my G license. Well, I applied for my G license.
You can't get a G license if you have 13 felonies.
That's when we got here. Now we were talking to you.
So I was told that if I cleared my stuff out, I'd be able.
Who told you? Because that's not correct.
Well, they had told me that it was non-violent, so I wouldn't have an issue being a security guard.
All right, hang on. Let's put him in the car.
All right, come on. Let's go in my car. We'll figure it out now.
A G license is a special security guard license. Now that the man's under arrest, the cops have probable cause to search his vehicle. They're looking for more evidence that points to this man trying to impersonate a police officer.
Nice, bulletproof vest.
So there was a vest that was secured today with the same gun I was working.
Okay.
And it just says police on.
Okay, where is that one?
I believe it might be in the back seat.
In the back seat?
Correct.
Okay.
And then,
is there any?
If I'm not mistaken, the same gentleman that you spoke to today, he was working with me at the other event, and he did a sort of a gun or something like that. And I think there's a firearm in a case though.
In a case?
In the car.
Okay.
If not, it would be the other case.
Why do I get the feeling that we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg of what this scammer has to hide? Supposedly, he's not impersonating a police officer, yet he has a police vest in his car. Unless it's Halloween, there's really no reason to have a vest that resembles any type of law enforcement uniform.
Aside from that case with the gun and the vest, is there anything else in that car? There's nothing else.
Shouldn't be nothing else, I promise you that. There's probably a knife on the passenger seat, but that's it. And that's the self-defense.
Now let me ask you this. As far as tonight, you worked 2 events?
I worked from 9 a.m. yesterday. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Red's car restoration. They're off of 75th Street and 27th Avenue. Down by Northside. So they were hosting a raffle for 3 cars today, and I was working there since 9 a.m. I got off at 10 and then I came over here.
And you were working in what capacity over there?
Same capacity.
As what?
As a security officer. Same capacity.
Okay. And
just again, my understanding was that I thought that I could because even someone had told me that my record was not violent, so I wouldn't have it.
Someone told me is a horrible justification for believing that any information is accurate. If you have that many felonies, shouldn't you check with law enforcement to see if it's okay? For someone that wants to be a police officer that badly, he sure has no idea about the law.
I was just hoping that that's something I'd be able to do because I couldn't be what I wanted to be. For obvious reasons.
Just so we're on the same page, what was it that you wanted to be?
A cop. I was an explorer when I was little and I wanted to be a cop.
Where were you an explorer?
In Miami-Dade, out of Post 526 in Miami Lakes.
Miami Beach.
I was with Officer Lesmus over there, and then I was with Randy Russell and Officer Kinsey out of Northside. And then after that, when my license started getting messed up, it was downhill from there, so.
What was it that you were doing for speeding?
No, it was for stupid tickets, just I was young. I got my learner's permit suspended. I didn't even ever get a license till maybe about a year or 2 ago.
People who want to be in law enforcement have an immense amount of respect for the law, but this scammer obviously does not. And the police officers are not buying this teary-eyed and sniffly explanation.
Today, you're working as an armed security guard here.
Correct.
And who hired you?
American Protective Service Group.
Okay. But they hired the company and then you're just...
No, they hired the company and I work for the company, correct.
Okay.
You mean if Red?
Do you work here often?
Well, I was working every weekend, but won't be able to do that now. So, but yes, I was working here.
How long have you been working there?
Maybe about the same amount of time, month and a half, 2 months.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe before that I would cover, but not armed. Because again, I never wanted to go back. I never did. After my last conviction, I said I'm gonna do my time and face myself. I will never lie to you, but I don't enjoy it. I don't. Much less as a gay man. I would never enjoy jail like that.
"I would never lie to you" has to be the slogan of almost all serial scammers. Whoever hired him as an armed security guard either did not run a background check on him or knew he was a felon and hired him anyway. Both are big mistakes for any security company, and they could be held liable if something bad happens because of their negligence.
And you bought the car like that?
So the car came with a partition. The car came with a spotlight, came with a push bar. The only stuff that I took off was lights that were on the push bar, like yours, that are red and blue. And I took those out and I added mine, which are the green and whites and amber in the push bar. The speakers and some antennas were on it. Others, I added it because it does give it a better look. That was the only reason why. And I won't even deny it. I did add some, but it was to give it a better. Yes, I did add about 2 of those, but it was to give it a better look.
To make it look more like a cop.
I guess you can say to make it look more professional.
This scammer is admitting to a lot. Sometimes suspects think they can talk their way out of situations, but they never understand that once you're under arrest, it's too late. That being said, honesty and cooperation might get you lesser charges sometimes.
How long have you had the car for?
Probably going on 2 years now.
And you said the car is under your dad's name?
Correct.
It's not under you?
No.
Do you have any car under you?
No, I do not.
Why is that?
Because also, within the havoc that I wreaked of my license, I also messed up my credit. So I haven't been able to take out a car under my name.
He has a rumbler on the front.
As far as the rumbler system in the front, the
speakers?
sirens?
Yeah, I have that for horn.
Okay.
There's also other sounds in there as well, which I've used in the past, but mainly what I use it during escorts is the horn and the rumbler from when I'm going through an intersection, so it can be safer for me. And
you installed it?
I'm sorry? Yes.
You installed it?
Yes.
It didn't come with it?
No.
That's the consequence of illegal activity. It affects all other areas of your life. One bad move and you're unable to get a car or even rent a house. This scammer's had many years to stop doing what he's doing and turn his life around. But based on the evidence the police are collecting, it doesn't really seem like he's put his past scams behind him.
I'd like to help you guys out. Like, when I've had an officer approach me about lights or whatever, I like it. I enjoy it. But if I meant any type of disrespect, guys, I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. Let me ask you one last question. When you saw us approaching, you were inside your car, right?
Right.
And then you stepped out?
I was inside my car because I was tired.
Just breathe, okay?
Just car, because I honestly didn't see what's happening. Like, I didn't want it, I didn't see it. Like, at 32, like, I got my learner's license suspended, and when I got my license a few years ago, I was happy.
Is this man telling the truth, or is he just putting on the waterworks to try and convince the officers he isn't who they think he is? Getting caught again for the same reason doesn't really show that you're trying to put your previous bad habits behind you, does it? Unfortunately, this repeat scammer was charged with impersonating a police officer and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. On July 6, 2023, police were called to a pharmacy in West Palm Beach, Florida, after a woman was called trying to fill a fraudulent prescription. The prescription was written suspiciously, and when they contacted the doctor who supposedly wrote it, the doctor said he had not issued the script. Soon the suspect came face-to-face with the police at the pharmacy.
Hi. Can I get you to hang up the phone for a second? Okay. And can I get you to have a seat? Do you have ID on you? Do you have ID on you? Do you have ID on you? Yeah. Okay, I need you to hang up the phone and talk to me, okay? I need you to hang up the phone and talk to me, okay? What was you doing here?
pharmacy.
You come here to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription or to drop off a prescription?
Drop off a prescription.
To drop off a prescription? Say that again?
Drop off, pick up.
And you don't know the name of the doctor?
No.
Is that prescription for you?
My husband.
It's for your husband. He got the prescription from where?
From the doctor's office.
Doctor's office. You remember what doctors or anything? Okay.
Not responding to the police and not putting your phone down is pretty entitled behavior, and it does not help you gain any sympathy. The prescription this woman's trying to get is for methadone. This is a drug that's used to help people come off of heroin or other opioids.
Just put your phone down, because right now I'm doing a criminal investigation, and I need you to stop moving things around.
My husband is going crazy.
That's fine. Go ahead and put your phone over here.
Since the prescription had the husband's name on it, the cops aren't sure if he's involved in the scam or not. So the police call the husband to come down and speak to them to get his side of the story.
Today, why did we get called here?
So I think you guys got called here because she tried to get a prescription.
Okay.
And she falsified the doctor's signature, or I have no idea.
So you're not sure that she did?
I don't know. The only reason why I know anything,
I can't talk to you right now. So you had a prescription to drop off.
I don't.
She had it.
She had it.
On behalf of you.
I don't know why she wrote my name on there.
Okay.
I don't know why she apparently has been writing me.
Okay.
Because the only reason why I know this is because the office manager of the doctor's office, she called me and told me, hey, this is urgent, it's about your wife. I wanted to let you know that they caught her at a pharmacy getting prescriptions for, I guess, a strong medication. And it's under your name, and she's been there multiple times, and I was shocked. I didn't know anything about it.
The husband claims to be innocent in all this. Do you believe his story? You may have also noticed in this video that the investigating officer has a speech impediment. His ability to push through it and not let the condition get in the way of his duties is very praiseworthy.
Is she going to get arrested today?
I don't know. I'm trying to sort this all out. It's just a jumbled mess right now.
I was telling the previous officer that she asked me if she had problems with her before, and I told her that it was something that I started noticing, but I didn't know I didn't know any of this. And so I told her that she has fibromyalgia, so she takes medication for her pain. Okay. And she also has seizures. Okay. So I knew she went to pharmacies, but I didn't know that this was like this, or it wasn't under my name or anything like that.
Okay, so you never got a prescription?
I've never been to I haven't been to the doctor's.
It's possible that you might not notice your spouse's progression into addiction, especially if they're doing their best to hide it from you. But I'm not sure I believe it. There's another person police need to interview to understand what happened here, and she tells the police new information about our female scammer.
And it was for a person that was born in 1993. So of course he's not my patient. So the pharmacist said that it was weird because it was a prescription with a weird handwriting, and it was a prescription for methadone. It said methadone 10 milligrams, take 3 tablets in the morning, 3 tablets in the afternoon, and then it says 60, but it was like scratched 90.
Okay.
So I said, no, I never prescribed methadone, never ever, and I don't have a patient with that name here in my office.
Okay, so you never prescribed methadone?
So far, I haven't. My entire career. I'm able to, but
you were able to verify that because somebody sent
In Florida, it's a second-degree misdemeanor to falsely make, forge, or alter any prescription for medication. If the medication's classified as a controlled substance, the punishment can be even greater.
Would it be reasonably prudent that she possibly stole? Hey, Pat.
She stole money from my office. I don't have proof.
Okay.
But we were 3 people working in the office. My front desk, my MA, she was my MA, my other MA, and me. So the money that we have, like in the you know, the cash that we had disappeared. And then, but days later, I told them not to stay in the clinic after hours alone.
Okay.
And she stayed.
Okay.
That week, the week that the money disappeared. And then, so I told, so we were 3 people, and so I said, okay, if the money disappeared, I am responsible for the money. We're gonna have to pay it. We all 3 have to pay the money. So I gave part of the money, my other maid gave the money, and she did not give the money, and the next day, she didn't appear to work. She said she was in the hospital with meningitis, and then she never came back to work. She did not work at all.
Okay.
Committing one crime usually leads to committing other crimes. It's a domino effect that police are very familiar with. The police get further evidence showing that the female scammer has filed numerous other fraudulent scripts in the past. They escort the female scammer to the front of the store, but she has no idea what she's about to walk into.
Walk with me.
Try 23. Hold on, just one.
Charlie 3, 713, we're ready. She's gonna come out over by the officers and just let me know if it's her or not. Okay, positive? Okay.
It's common when the police need to ID a person, they do it secretly so the witness feels safer. It's unfortunate this woman has let her addiction take her down this path, but police have no choice but to arrest her.
Okay, so you can keep that in your pocket. All right, but your jewelry, take your bracelet off. Give that to him.
Anything in your pockets?
As far as your seizures, you have to take one at night? You haven't taken it yet?
No.
Okay, we'll let the nurse know that you have seizures up, okay? Hands like you're praying. It'll be the most comfortable in the back.
The prescription scammer racked up multiple charges, including 7 counts of fraud in obtaining medical prescription drugs, 4 counts of scheming to defraud, and another 7 counts of attempting to obtain controlled substances by fraud. She was ordered to complete 12 months probation and write an apology letter to her boss. In Punta Gorda, Florida, police officers are called to the scene of a possible theft in progress. They talk to the store's asset protection specialist, who'd been watching a suspicious male and female for 40 minutes. The police then confront the suspects.
Do you have anything in your pockets that don't belong to you that belongs to me?
Everything I have is mine.
Everything is yours?
You set off the alarm walking out.
Yeah. So you don't have anything in your pockets that belongs to you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I'm only going to ask you.
She was going with the buggy. And
Hold on 1 second, sir. Go ahead and stand up for me. Stand up. Put those down there.
Yeah, no, sir, I was just trying to down. I'm going to catch you down the weapons.
Turn around, grab the wall.
Does that belong to them or to you?
Is that theirs?
Oh, no, we had that at home.
What I see, buddy.
Yeah, I put it on my face every night.
So you have no ID?
No, because I wasn't driving. So.
Caught with a stolen item in his pocket? Not a great start for him. Notice the sluggish way the male suspect is walking and his slowed speech? These might be signs that there have been drugs or alcohol consumed, which is important for the police officers to know.
Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? Do you understand the rights I've just explained to you?
Yes, I understand. I have the right to remain
All right,
silent.
with these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to us now?
What, sir? I'm sorry.
With these rights I've just explained to you, are you still willing to talk to us now? Sir, are you willing to talk to us now?
There's really not much to say. I mean,
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no question.
Okay, yes.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a vehicle outside? Yes, sir. What kind of vehicle is it?
What kind of car is it?
It's a orange.
Is it your car?
No, sir.
Her car?
Oh. Patricia, what kind of car do you got?
Ultima? 2021.
Nissan Altima?
Yeah.
2020?
2021. Yeah.
Are the woman's emotions real, or is she trying to manipulate the officers into feeling sorry for her? The officers need to get more information about the suspects to conduct a proper theft investigation that's later usable in court.
How do you all know each other?
We're dating.
Dating?
Have you ever been charged with stealing before?
Not that I have no record whatsoever.
Can you turn that off?
Yeah, I'm not.
Can you silence that?
I'm not like a good person. I swear, my dog's lives. And I have most important things.
You ever been caught stealing before in Walmart?
One time, and I wasn't stealing it either. They not like you. They jumped your gun.
We didn't jump the gun. We didn't jump no gun. You concealed in your pocket. Plus, you got fraud witnesses seen you doing price tag switching, so you're basically going to jail.
What these two scammers were doing was putting low-cost stickers from other items on more expensive items in an effort to pay less for those items on checkout. And the mail scammer doesn't seem to care. His bad attitude toward police is only going to make his life worse.
You seen me like 10 times too, man. I made it pretty obvious.
I'm telling you,
You came and you checked me out too. You checked me out a couple of times. I see there's 4 of us.
We didn't take anything. We didn't take anything. We didn't do anything. We never left the store. We didn't.
Don't matter if you leave my store.
All right. I mean, I'm sure you were just gonna pull all this stuff out and correct it at the register, right?
No, I just wasn't gonna get it. I was chicken out. This is a game.
Well, I counted how many did you did. How many were you gonna put back?
I wasn't gonna get none of the stuff that ain't right.
Oh, you weren't gonna get none? Okay.
Nothing ain't marked right. Just kind of. She didn't do anything though. The video ain't gonna show her doing nothing. She didn't do anything.
Well, both of us watched her. Video don't have to. We swear if we see what you guys did.
She don't do this. She don't do shit. That's just the shit I do.
Let this be a lesson in dating. If you date people that participate in criminal behavior, you'll be caught up in it. That's why it's an important decision to choose who you date and who your close friends are. Otherwise, you could end up with a criminal record.
Please. I promise you I didn't.
Okay.
That's just.
I don't steal. I don't steal and I don't cheat. That's like my 2 big things.
So you were in Okeechobee when you got caught?
Yes, sir.
$469?
No.
8 items?
No. That was the total of everything, but that wasn't what I allegedly.
Oh man, you guys should have got a better one.
Who's Lacey Lester?
And my ex.
All scammers deny that they steal. And of course they claim they'd never lie. And then we find out that the last time our male suspect shoplifted was with his ex. Sometimes male scammers use female companions as a cover. That way they don't look suspicious walking around stores by themselves.
Can you turn my other wrist around? It's just now, see my arm here? Come on, it's cutting into me, man. Bullshit. Damn, that's too tight, man. You're making it worse. That one is cutting my bone.
That better?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Y'all feel better now?
I'm sorry?
Do you feel better now?
Do I feel better? Listen, buddy, you got yourself in this situation, okay?
I know,
so
but I didn't
feel
I
better,
really didn't.
and you got caught. Lose your freaking attitude right now. Ma'am, go ahead and stand up for me.
Oh, sir.
She didn't do a damn thing, man.
Please, officer, please.
You knew he was doing it, right?
Sir, I couldn't please. I didn't see anything. I promise to you. I promise.
Go ahead and have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat. You guys already have a seat.
I'm sorry.
Police know that when the cuffs come out, it makes suspects the most desperate because suddenly the consequences of their actions become very real. But this woman's crying to be forgiven is a little too late.
She stated that she knew you were doing it because she told you to stop doing it.
Sir.
Before we got here.
Please, come on, no. I've never been in trouble before, I promise you. Come on, sir, please, my dogs are outside.
All the way to the door, ain't she?
Please, sir.
Don't worry, Trish.
Oh, my dog. I don't care about anything. I want my dog. No, it's not. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to go home. I just want to go.
All right, enough. Both of you, stop talking. I'm tired of your emotion.
Like most people, this woman's probably afraid of jail. But she's also afraid of getting a criminal record. Having a criminal record damages your life. It can make it extremely hard to rent property, buy property, and obtain a job to support yourself.
Yeah, we don't stay there. No, we don't stay there. I don't care where you go, but right now you're going to jail. Goody. All right, never before. You've been there before. You don't have any attitude. I've been in jail before.
Yeah, I know. Please.
Obviously.
Please. I don't know anything about it. I'm scared to death. I'm sorry, sir. My dog, I apologize. Please don't do this to me. Please. I have never. Please.
Calm down, baby. You're going to get all right. You'll be all right.
I can't. I don't have anyone to call. I have no one in my life.
I'll get you out.
He's got it all figured out.
No.
I'll get
My dogs are outside. Please, I won't do anything. I'll do anything. Community service, whatever. Please give me a chance. Please, 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 please.
I'll call make sure
No,
you're taken
not
care
that.
of.
I don't want to go to jail. I can't have a record. I can't. I'm not going to have a record.
If you're that concerned about having a record, then you shouldn't have participated in illegal activity. The problem with letting someone go is that it might encourage them to continue to commit crimes, thinking they can get away with it again.
I'll switch these two.
Okay, next. Just so I know which items we're doing.
Yeah. So I can't do the item shoved in another item, huh?
There's some tape put over that. Okay. Anything else on your price switch?
Negative.
All right.
I mean, he did good because he picked out the same item, just cheaper. So when it would ring up, it would still ring up as like the same item.
Wow, that's a lot of items. There's no way this woman didn't know what was going on. After being confronted with all the price tags, the mail scammer tells the police what motivated him.
Why today? Yeah. Because I'm stupid. It's something to do.
This makes me wonder how many times you've done this and not been caught. If you're doing it kind of for fun.
Everything goes up and up and up in price, but you don't make no more money.
That's everybody.
Trying to cook for him,
It's everybody. That can't be an excuse. It's everybody.
Trying to cook for him.
Your first answer is the best one. Just being stupid.
His excuse is that he was bored and needed something to do that day. That's the worst excuse, because it lets the police know that this man really does not care. Of course, prices are rising for everyone, but the law also still applies to everyone.
No, it wasn't. I promise you. No, it wasn't. I promise you, sir. I don't feel
like I told you before.
I'm sorry.
The fact that you knew he was doing it, you didn't stop it, and listen to me, and you were pushing around the cart for him. That's all it takes. You were basically helping him.
Okay, I'm sorry, unaware of that. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I was completely unaware of that. I was pushing
Unaware
the
of
cart.
what?
I was pushing the cart around so that he wouldn't leave me
Okay.
here.
But what did
That's
you
why.
what did you know he was doing?
Huh?
What did you know he was doing?
I saw it. I know what he was doing, and I told him not to do it.
Right.
So what am I supposed to do at that point?
How about
Just
walk away?
I would never, ever, ever allow that.
At this point, that's what you tell the
I'm very
judge.
sorry.
That's not up to me.
You're not going to frustrate him. Just turn it off, man. Don't
But
worry.
and then what do I do? I don't know anyone here, Patrick. No one.
You think I'm staying in jail for this?
Where am I going to go after getting out of jail? What do I do? I don't know what to do. What do I do?
Go back to the trailer. You know how many times I went to jail and they got charges?
I've never gone to jail. I don't want to go to jail. I want to go home.
The last 4 or 5 times I went to jail, charges were dropped. But of course, they took my money, the bond down, they took my
I don't want to
money.
be on a record. I don't want to be on any other record.
You're not going to have, you're not convicted of anything. You're only being arrested.
She says she would never allow that, but she did allow it and admitted to allowing it. It's too late to lie now. Since the mail scammer's gotten away with this crime so many other times, it's no wonder he doesn't think it's a big deal.
I didn't charge her. That's pro bono. All right, well, I don't have an attitude, sir. I don't know why you keep coming at me like I'm doing something. I'm not coming at you. I just asked if you want to get Steve. I'll take my side. Yeah. All right, come on. Ready? Water. I know I'm not going to get it. Yeah, I want some too, but I can't have it right now. I'm just right out here. So. Lord, what a stupid thing I did today.
Because the mail scammer has previous convictions, this new charge will likely be a felony. In many states, if you have a habit of committing multiple misdemeanors, then your third strike may become a felony automatically. The man doesn't want to talk to the police anymore, but the female scammer wants to tell her side of the story.
You under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
Yes.
Okay, what?
Yeah, there's crystal meth probably in my system.
Okay, how long ago did you use?
Yesterday. So,
Yesterday?
yeah. So I don't know if it's still in or not.
Okay, do you feel like you're under the influence of
No.
drugs right now? So please tell me what got us into this mess.
I wasn't even gonna come. I was home, and he's like, "Come on, you want to go to Walmart?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go." You know.
Okay.
And then we got here, and then he just started like, you know, he's like, "I'm gonna switch this so that it's cheaper," and I was like, "Don't do that, because I don't steal and I don't cheat. Like, there's 2 things in my life I just don't do." Like, I just kept walking away, and like I told you, the cart, I was pushing the cart because I didn't want him to leave me.
You said you saw him doing this, you saw him doing that, you told him to stop, but what were you seeing him do?
He was, because he was taking boxes and then taking other boxes that had cheaper prices on them. So, but I just kept walking away. I honestly, Chrissy, I swear to God.
So every time he went to
God.
every time he went to switch out a sticker, he just walked away.
I kept walking away the whole time.
How did you know he was doing it? Did he talk to you about doing it beforehand, or was this just
no,
like a
no,
thing
it was
on
a
a
whim. It was the whole freaking trip was a whim. Please, sir.
Whether Whether or not this woman knowingly helped her boyfriend steal is a question only she can answer. But the good news is, these two scammer lovebirds were caught, and we hope they both learn their lesson. On October 18, 2022, in Chamblee, Georgia, a car dealership called police to report a suspicious couple who were trying to purchase a vehicle with what they believed was a fake ID. The arriving officer makes sure she has backup outside in case the alleged scammers run when she confronts them.
Red shirt.
Yeah, not him with the red shirt, but the guys across the room.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, I'm Detective Lloyd. Called in because we had an issue. Miss Manema? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, issue.
Yeah. You have your ID on you?
I don't.
How you don't have your ID but you purchasing a vehicle?
I don't have an idea.
You have your ID on you, sir? Don't stand up for me.
For me?
Both of y'all.
Picture, man.
I'm on your birth. I'm on your birth. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I get it.
You got your ID on you, buddy?
No, I got a picture though.
Okay. You ain't got no type of ID on you?
I don't.
Let me put both the cups. Okay. I can put your hand on your back one.
Whatever it is.
I'm about to explain to you.
These scammers messed with the wrong people. And this cop's not playing around. The suspects seem calm and cooperative, which makes me think they've done this before. Next, the officer needs to search the suspect's belongings.
The issue is, the ID that was presented does not come back to you. Right? You knew that though. Did you not? Hmm?
But don't let me go down for you, buddy. Like, what the hell?
How you know her?
I just met her.
Huh?
I just met her.
You just met her and you gave her a ride over here?
No.
It's some, I mean, he doesn't know me. He just met me last night.
Okay.
And we can go. If we're gonna go, we can go.
If you gonna go, you can go?
Wherever we're gonna go from here.
Okay. Alright. Well, I guess if we gonna go, we can go. What you reaching for?
I'm not reaching for anything.
Looks like this scammer just wants to get it all over with and go to jail. But that's not how this works. The police have to investigate, interrogate, and properly document everything so they can legally use it in court later. The real question is, what else is in that big red purse?
Tara Jones.
What the fuck? What's your name?
Sean Darnell. Sean Collier. Michelle George. Mia Sabrina. Wow. I'm gonna take on this one. Okay. Appreciate you.
Wow, that's a lot of ID cards, and all with different names. And the attitude of this female scammer just shows the police that she doesn't care about what she's done and has zero respect for the law. What about the male suspect's story of being innocent? Will his story hold up under questioning?
So tell us about you meeting her last night.
Man, I met her at a club, at a lounge.
Y'all decided to come get a car?
No, we went to the goddamn. I went to her house last night. The Airbnb she had. And she said, "Can you turn me up to get your car?"
Nothing about you thought it was odd. You're gonna go buy a car the next day after you meet her.
We got money, so I ain't think that. I thought I caught me a female with some money.
You blame me for that?
Well, when you got down, you know what I'm saying? She told me I potentially got me some money. She didn't say she was there.
Maybe don't try and purchase a vehicle with someone you just met the night before. Now that the police know that the Mercedes outside actually belongs to the female suspect, they search the vehicle and continue to find more evidence.
You have one in his backpack.
Yeah. The loft.
Room 710.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, They're staying in room 710.
Sandra Kitchens.
Oh, whoops.
I think that's her name.
Lloyd, it's a fake ID.
That's fake too?
Yep.
Boy, howdy.
Got the same picture?
Yeah. Boy, we should have realized, look.
Same picture? You know, her Georgia one came back with some white lady.
Oh, that came back to some white lady?
Yep. Comes back to a black male.
Black male. This is a black male. Miss Lydia Manema.
Probably one of her victims.
And what about Miss Shauna Winder?
Somebody else.
Comes back to the same black male.
Same black male.
The police find more fake IDs and social security cards. Both scammers now face charges of identity fraud, possession of forged ID documents, forgery of a financial transaction card, forgery in the first degree, and other offenses. From stealing from innocent old ladies to possessing over a dozen fake identities. We hope you enjoyed this video of scammers that realize they've been caught. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all of our exciting videos. Thank you for watching.